Well, hi there, friends. We'll wait for some more people to join us while we get a close look at the peacocks we're trying to name for this contest. Right now, that is Jack and Randall. But there have been so many good names entered into our contest today. And the reason they are hanging out at the barn is because they like to sleep in the trees right above the barn. If we get our little operation done on Napoleon, before they go up into the trees, we will for sure go watch them go into their trees. No, Napoleon. So I have, let me see if I can show you what I have here. Napoleon is not super excited about the prospect of spending a little time with me, but today when we were looking at him, when he was looking in the window, I noticed that he has a tick. You see the tick there on his neck? So, as I said earlier, I don't handle my animals unless they like it or they need to be handled. And guess who needs to be handled? So he's not super happy. He's a little grumpy right now. But he was hatched here. He's a baby from the farm. So he's not terribly terrified. He just would rather not be held. That's how most of the birds are. He just hissed at me a little bit. He's like, let me down, Mom. So I'm going to put this over here because I need two hands to get this tick off. Let's see if I can find a spot. Oops, my orientation is locked. Let me see if I can. Well, look at this. Will you just look at this? Somebody says, why did you bring our friend inside? We don't understand. They don't usually come in the barn. I am trying to find a spot to put my camera so you can see me do this little teeny tiny surgery that we're going to do on Napoleon. So let me see if this little spot will work. All right. This is going to be super home. Here we go. I lost you for just a second. So I'm wearing my Girl Defined Sisterhood shirt. So we're going after this little tick here, which means, first of all, I have to secure his feet. When they get uncomfortable, they will definitely get crazy with their feet. Now let me show you these claws. These are not claws that you want to be in a fight with. Can you see those? Can you see how big, how strong his claws are? They're like dinosaur feet. Yeah, they feel like little lizards. Let me see if I can get that closer for you to see. Look at this. So that's Napoleon's feet. And back here they have a fighting claw that's pretty ferocious. You know, he could be fighting with me right now if he didn't feel safe, but we work really hard to make them feel safe. And this guy is the one that recently recovered from gapeworm, so hopefully we can keep his feet. Oops. See, he's saying, can I please go? Can I please go? I want to tell you one more time that I only handle my peacocks when they need to be handled for medically necessary stuff. And he has a tick on his neck. The irony of that is that they eat ticks. They love them for lunch. So this tick is full of some, this is going to upset him a little bit. Yeah, I know, buddy. It's okay. Let me just get that for you. Let me get it. Let me get it. No. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Come on. Ta-da. All done. If you want, you can go down there and eat them in a minute. Now you're free. Okay, so we're not going to keep them very long. I wanted you guys to see them up close. And then, if you guys want to stick around for a few minutes, we'll watch the others roost. Say hi up close and personal. Look at his iridescent feathers. Aren't they beautiful? Isn't that color just magnificent? God chose all those different colors. And if I could move him around and it wouldn't upset him, well, look what's coming in here. There's Randall. That is our black-shouldered peacock. You see how his shoulders are different? And there's Jack with them. Jack and Randall. Okay, can somebody tell me what time it is? I wanted to make sure I at least had this guy in my arms at 7:30. He's not super thrilled about it, are ya? But now that I'm not doing something scary to him, he's relaxed because he knows he's safe. And like I said, we only handle the peacocks on the farm when we need to because they don't really enjoy it. Whereas, 7:32. Thank you, my friend. So, does anybody else have new names to enter for the peacocks? This guy, of course, is Napoleon, and he is keeping his name. Our other peacocks' names were Alexander the Gresh, Roxy. I don't know where Roxy came from. And Cleopatra. So we had 2 girls. And then Napoleon was the baby of Roxy and Alexander the Gresh. He really would like to be let go. Just look at this. Just look at these beautiful iridescent colors. Do you see that? Can you see how magnificent that is? I wish you could be here. I wish you could see how great the color is. Okay, we're going to let Napoleon go because he's not super happy. I'm glad some of you got to see him up close. I'm glad you also helped me get that terrible tick off of him. Not good for him. So here we go, Napoleon. You can go now, buddy. Go ahead. He says, "Oh, thank you, Mom." He's so happy. See, if he was really scared, he would have run fast and far. He knows he's safe here. Okay, let's see if we can watch these guys roost. Wouldn't that be a fun thing to do? You know what? If you guys have any questions about peacocks, go ahead and throw them in the comments. I know several of you have already shared your name ideas for these 2. Just to be clear, we're giving away a $50 True Girl gift pack for somebody who names these 2 beautiful boys. They don't have permanent names yet. How big are their eggs? That's a really good question. They're about 3 times the size of a chicken egg. 2 to 3 times, somewhere in that area. They're pretty big. At one point, we were trying to make sure that we didn't have babies. Both our turkey and our peacocks were laying eggs, and I tried to eat them, but they were so big it freaked me out. So Farmer Bob had to eat the eggs. Resurrection and Life, those are good names for peacocks because, you know, in the ancient world, they believed that peacocks were a symbol of eternal life. How old do they live? Peacocks can live to be really old. That's a good question. Peacocks can live to be in their 40s. They are birds that are very, very hardy. They live really long lives. You have to take really good care of them for them to live long. Look how beautiful that bird was against the sunset. So these guys love to live in this tree at night. We'll see if that's where they go because they pick a different tree to sleep in every night. Here's Napoleon. He usually sleeps on his own, but he also usually finds a tree. It's quite a breathtaking sight when they decide to fly up into their tree, which I think is just about to happen here. It looks like Jack, nope. Sometimes they perch on that tree and then fly, or perch on that fence and then fly up, but it doesn't look like that's their plan tonight. They might be thrown off by our presence. They might be saying, "Why are you here? We don't understand. Could you please go away?" We like to roost privately because we like to pretend nobody knows where we are. It looks a little bit like Jack is maybe getting aggressive, so I'm gonna walk over here. I don't know. I don't like how he's circling Napoleon. Sometimes they pick on Napoleon because he's the odd man out. He's the older one of the bunch. Any other questions about peacocks? Oh, here comes the whole crew. The whole crew wants to watch perching moments tonight. Are you ready to go to bed, Jack? Your name is not going to be Jack as of next Wednesday. One of these wonderful True Girls is going to name you. You can leave a name suggestion in the comments of any of these videos until next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we will be selecting the winner of the Name the Peacocks contest. Yeah, these guys are saying goodnight. They usually talk a little bit at night. It's like they just want to make sure I know they're here. The other thing they do is they're kind of like watchdogs. They're like alarm clocks. and they holler for us if anything comes onto the property. So if a delivery truck arrives, or if an animal that's unfamiliar, they usually don't they usually don't holler if a deer comes on the property. They're pretty common around here. But if a fox comes, they usually holler. Wade and Aaron. Oh my, that is hilarious. How do you know Wade and Aaron? I need to know. Your daughter wants a peacock. Your daughter wants a peacock feather. Well, I'm gonna put some peacock feathers in the winning pack. So you should pick a really good name. Look at this. The goatees are playing. It's playtime. It's really funny how the animals, they do play right before sundown. The little goats get all crazy. They get like their last little wild oats out. And I don't have any young llamas yet. But when I did, oh, Cindy's gonna headbutt the peacock. That's not gonna go well for you, Cindy. I wouldn't do that, baby. I don't know, were any of you guys with us for the True Girl Live last week when we met the goats? You can ask questions about the goats if you want. Now, it's really interesting to me. These animals are being thrown off by the fact that I'm here, I think, because they usually, right about now, perch, and they're walking away from the trees. Oh, we're gonna have a goat and peacock standoff here. Yeah. The goats are in crazy moods. Let's see if I can get closer to that. Cindy, I don't think I would play with the peacocks, sweet girl. They have claws. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. She's in a crazy mood. Cindy Lou Who. It's funny, all the animals get along here. The horses will let the goats eat their hay with them, which they did not do with the Cindy crazy. They did not do with the original goats who came as young adults. But when these guys were born as babies, the horses met them as babies. Silly, silly goat. You are not a bird. Don't play with peacocks. And they just kind of decided, okay, the babies belong on the farm. And so they're really sweet. The horses have come in to say goodnight. There's Truett. Muddy, muddy Truett. It's a muddy time of the year. And there's Trig. Hi, beautiful boy. You guys met Truett on True Girl Live 2 Wednesdays ago. And on a warm, sunny day, we're gonna give Trig a bath. They both need baths very bad. I would love to know where those crazy peacocks are going. They have decided they're not gonna perch tonight. You guys, we came to watch you tuck you into bed, and you're not doing it. What kind of pets do you guys have? I would love to know. Do you have dogs or cats? Do you have any farm animals? That is Randall, the black-shouldered pie. 2 bunnies. I love bunnies. I used to have a bunny. You know what his name was? BR, for Bunny Rabbit. These guys are really in a crazy mood tonight. I love watching them. I sit at my window, and I just watch these guys play. It gives me so much joy. They play in the morning. Oh, did you see how the sun just creeps down a little bit deeper, and it made the night sky so beautiful? God is such a wonderful artist. That's what I wanted you to see with these peacocks today as we studied them on True Girl Live. If you did not see the True Girl Live video that we did at noon, you should go back and watch it, because it is really fascinating to see what wonderful things God does. Goats, 4 dogs, and 1 cat. What kind of goats do you have, Karen Head? I love goats so much. Mine are mini silky fainters. What kind are yours? This is kind of a long live because I'm waiting for the peacocks to roost. Kiki. You guys like the name Kiki? Oh, silly goats. So that one on the right is Sam I Am, and that's Cindy Lou pushing him around. Sam is the baby. He's a little bigger than her. Kiko, sorry, it was a typo. Oh yeah, that was a good idea. I think we got that one earlier. Well, these guys must know they're live on YouTube because they're putting on quite the silly play tonight. They like to play King of the Hill, King of the Picnic Table. And generally, Boohoo, who is on top right now, wins. The guy who's under him, that's Horton, as Horton he's a who, and he's bigger, but he's just sweeter. He's the biggest goat I have, but he's just really sweet and submissive, and he leads in his own way because he's kind of the patriarch. He's the father of all of these guys. I think he's just kind of patient with it. So do our bottle babies. Ooh, bottle babies. These are bottle-fed babies too. I loved bottle feeding my baby goats. I would love to have baby goats. I keep telling Farmer Bob I need them, but Farmer Bob doesn't agree. Oh, look at that tail. These guys are small. They're not big goats. It's hard to tell on the video. Okay, that's Cindy getting on her brother right there, just for the record. Okay, you guys, go to bed. Cindy says, you are making a lot of noise. Will you be quiet? Cindy, I told you, don't do that. She just got pecked. Cindy. Annie V. Well, I don't know if these guys are gonna go to sleep tonight. They're staying up late to be with the True Girls. That is Boo. Oh, quadruplets. I would love to see a picture of your babies. I don't know if you guys just saw the storm warning. The Christian high school our ministry runs is called the Grace Prep, and our mascot is the storm. So there was just a storm warning report. That means there's an alert, information for parents. There's not really a storm coming. I hope not, because I have to bring the goats in. Not the goats, the llamas. They're getting sheared, and summer. Oh my goodness. The peacocks don't want to be on video, but the goats sure do. Okay, if you're just joining us, enter the contest to name our goats. We're naming the white, not the goats, the peacocks. Somebody correct me. The white peacock there on the fence. That's a white peacock, not an albino, he's just white. And then down there on the ground is the black-shouldered pied peacock that needs a name. And next Wednesday on True Girl Live, we're going to give away a $50 box kit for the best name. So we went live 4 or 5 times today, and you can go on any of those videos between now and next Wednesday. You can enter as many times as you want and tell us what you think is the best name for the white peacock and the black-shouldered peacock. Jupiter and Lord Blackstar. Wow, those are epic names. I like those names. They're very fun. The goats are so silly tonight. I've seen Cindy try to play with the peacocks before. She's gonna get pecked. She knows she's naughty. Oh my goodness. Silly girl. Hi, I'm glad you're back. So we're still waiting for the peacocks to roost. Daniel and Azariah for the peacocks. Azariah is the Hebrew word for Abednego. Oh, I just wrote a Bible study on the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk prophesies what will happen to the nation of Judah, and Daniel actually lives through that prophecy. So I just studied Azariah and Abednego, of course, the same person. One of them was the name given by God, or the name given by his parents that was to honor the God, the one true God. And the other was the Babylonian name to, Abednego was a Babylonian name that was meant to honor a Babylonian god or idol. And so I think it's interesting. Daniel was given the Babylonian name Belteshazzar. I think that's right. Is that right? Anyway, he didn't adopt his Babylonian name. He wanted his name to reflect God. I think his name means God is my stronghold or something like that. Does anybody know what Daniel's name means? I'm not sure if that's right. Okay, so I think that possibly we're getting ready to roost. I see the white peacock heading. I love that little goatee emoji. That's so cute. I see the white peacock heading towards the trees. I'm really shocked that they haven't bedded yet. Do the goats ever escape? Oh my, yes. We just invested a whole bunch of money in a new barbed wire electric underwire for our God is my help. Yes, I think that's right. I think that's what the name Daniel means. God is my help. Did you look that up or did you just know that? I'm running out of batteries. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Yeah, the goats escape a lot, and I was okay with that in the winter when they weren't eating my newly budding flowers. But as my flowers were coming through, I told Farmer Bob, we must do something. So last week, our friend Brian came and added a wire underneath. Oh, these guys are gonna play fight. That's what I thought they were fixing to do earlier tonight. I was afraid that, I've been a little concerned that maybe the peacocks are fighting with Napoleon. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be so upset. Judge, says my husband, I remember help from a yeah, I did that Beth Moore study on Daniel. I loved that. It's quite a long time ago. Okay, guys, it's my bedtime. So would you please go to bed? I have a date with my daughters on Zoom because I miss them. Crazy, crazy goaties. There's the horsies. Those pretty babies. Well, guys, I don't know if they're gonna roost in front of us. I think they're just like put off by me being here. Maybe if I walk a little bit away. Do you think I should try that? Do you think I should try walking away from their tree? If I walk away from their tree, maybe they'll roost. You should name one Charles and one Darwin. Huh. Wouldn't that be ironic? How many animals? Yeah, your kids are with you. Of course they are, Andrea. I believe you. 8 and 6. Hello, sweet girls. Or kids. I don't know if you're girls or boys. We have, let's see, 2 horses, 4 goats, so that's 6, 3 llamas, that's 9, 1 donkey, 1 very fat donkey, that's 10, 3 peacocks, that's 13. The peacock is still playing with the goat. 13, and then we have 5 chickens, so that's 18, 1 dog, 19, 1 cat, 20 animals right now. It's always interesting on a farm. Like when you have a dog or a cat, they live a really, really long time, but when you have farm animals, they can get parasites. We work really hard to keep them healthy, but they can get parasites or they can get injured. So the number of animals on our farm is always shifting a little bit, especially the chickens because we have hawks. A lot of hawks around here in central Pennsylvania. We even have bald eagles. I have not seen one, but I know that there is a nest of bald eagles about 1 mile from my house. Well, guys, I don't know. These guys are just not thinking of going to bed. I'm going to back off a little bit and see if they roost if I back off. How old are my peacocks? Well, none of them are very old. So let's see. Here comes the crazies. You see a lot of eagles? They're beautiful, aren't they? I would love to see our bald eagle. So this peacock on the left, that is Napoleon. He was born about 6 years ago. And then the white peacock and the black-shouldered peacock are about 3 years old. This is the white peacock's first year with a tail. He had an itty-bitty tail last year, but it wasn't much to write home about. So usually the second year they have an itty-bitty short tail, kind of like a turkey's. And then they get a big tail their third year. So this is these guys' first year with the tail. That's why I was really surprised we didn't get any tail action today, because they're so proud of them. They like them so much. Remember, I really hope you see the video of the True Girl Live that we did at noon that talks about how peacocks are one of the world's greatest evidences of an intelligent designer. That is, that God designed this earth and he made us. Your daughter is 8, your son is 6. His name is actually Daniel Azariah. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. Well, good night. Good night, Jack. Good night, Randall. That's only your name for one more week. And good night, sweet Napoleon. I guess you guys aren't going to roost for me tonight. I think they're just like freaked out that I'm so close. I don't know. Hey, girlfriends, moms that are watching, check out the roots growing out. That's what quarantine has done for me. I was due for a hair appointment like 3 weeks ago. And I was getting it a little bit late, and then we got told to stay home. I hope you all are well. We've been praying for you every day on True Girl Live. We are asking the Lord to keep you safe and bless you. Name one James and one E. Harriet. Harriet and James? Wait. Good idea. They're all good ideas. Well, good night, wonderful farm. I wish you guys would have seen them roost. It's quite the beautiful thing. If they do it soon, I'll videotape it. The winner will be announced on True Girl Live next Wednesday. You can visit any of these videos that we made today. I think we went live three or four times, maybe 5 times. You can add your names. If you come up with a really great name, you can add it. Harriet, that's what I thought you meant. Anytime between now and next Tuesday, then on Tuesday we will look at all the entries and select our winner, and we will announce it on True Girl Live next Wednesday at noon Eastern Time, right here on YouTube. We will make sure that you are notified if you are the winner. Guys, come on, go to bed. It's like they know. It's like they know that I'm here watching them. They're crazy. Well, good night, my friends. I'm so glad that you spent some time with me today. It was really my joy. Marco and Polo, Farmer Bob is going to love some of these ideas. He's going to love them. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.